Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is October 8th, 2025. It is a Wednesday. That's right. Happy Wednesday. I'm still working on getting some recorded to replace that intro music, something that I do myself. It's going to either be a smooth jazz or a funk, something like that. I'm working. I'm trying to find something. It ain't clicking yet, but when it does, I'll replace it, and it'll be my own music. Now we're waiting for people to jump on in on the show. Oh, goodness gracious. Hope everybody's day was a good one. Mine sucked. The cowboy had a sucky day. A sucky day for the cowboy. We'll get into why when folks show up. We got a couple people that are watching already. Go ahead and say hey. If you're watching the show, type into the chat box, say hey. There you go. There's Jacqueline. So good to $E again. I don't know what that means. Is that a typo? So good to Poundy again. Orion's there on time today. Good job, Orion. You are. So what'd you mean there, Jacqueline? Jackie. So good, E again. Oh, so good to see you again. Okay. Well, thank you. You've missed at least a week in some shows. We started out pretty rough. But we're back where we're supposed to be, and the audio should be spot on tonight. I tested it out yesterday, many tests. It was like, yeah, it's working. I had to add in a noise gate and compression filter to stop popping and jittering. You shouldn't have any jitters or pops. Waiting for some more of the regulars to show up so they can verify that the audio is smooth and the volume should be good. I snapped at a couple people on Facebook this evening. They deserved it. I don't know whether or not they... one of them got it and he's like, oh, shit, yeah, he knew he screwed up. And we'll be talking about that. And then the other two was about something really stupid. I'm gonna start with some... I'm in a semi-mood tonight. not a full in a mood, but semi-mood. Jacqueline says, sounds perfect. Thank you. Tonight's coffee is caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato from New England brand. It's yummy. It is yummy. Folks will notice the crowns next to names. That indicates your number. It'll go up to 50. Top performers on your end. It's an automated thing on YouTube. Now they got a bunch of other stuff. I got to read them over. I have nothing to do with that, and it'll track up to 50 of the top people, and they'll rank them by order of their participation. I don't think we've ever had 50 total in the room. So that's fine. Laurel wasn't here on the last show. I got her message after the show was over that she had neighbors over. So they got kind of busy and guess they're doing their deck. They're getting ready to do their deck and they need to borrow her tractor and stuff. So that's that. It's like, okay, that's not a problem. But other than that, we ramped up pretty good. We're still letting. I need some more people to jump in here before I can start my ranting and raving. That way I don't have to say it again. Put out a bunch of good content today. Maybe shouldn't have. I crashed out for a couple hours this morning, and I'll tell you why. Went to the lumber yard the other day and got a bunch of lumber. Oh, I love my truck. I told you I love my truck. Loaded up some lumber in the back and the rack. Had the 8-footers in the bed of the truck propped up, and had the 10-footers on the rack on the top. Works slick. I talked to the missus on the way home. It's like, oh, truck doing truck things. I love my truck. I do. I love my truck. I do truck things. It is very difficult just with Zippy. Zippy's her SUV. Little itty bitty thing. It's a Chevy Trax. I mean, it got us around. It's fine, and it's good on gas, but you can't do much. You can't do truck things with it. Jacqueline said, I tried to send you a donation to buy you a pour or two, but it's not working yet. We'll make sure it works one way or the other. It used to work for me. Yeah, that's odd. That's odd. The link is in the description of the show. Folks can go ahead and make a donation there. Or I posted under a lot of my content on Facebook now, a direct link that if folks want to. I only have 8 people so far that are doing a monthly donation. That's it. So that's 0 from the last 2 shows that I've done. 8. We need a hell of a lot more than that. We need them in the hundreds. But I'm still putting it out. Fighting with Facebook, trying to beat their algorithms. That's why I've got a lot more fluff than I used to. Fluff gets seen. I write up a big old article and I put it up there and it gets seen by just a handful of people. Put up fluff that goes viral and you're seen by a bunch of other people. It's like, yeah. I'd rather not have to deal with that. I'd rather just deal with my stuff. But you got to play the game. What do we got going on here? Well, I'm gonna start my ranting right now. I know we only got a few people in. Ah, man, I got itchies. We only got a few people in, but I wrote an article today, and I had talked about how the left are already starting their hogwash. What they do is they write an article with a false title. In other words, what the title claims ain't true. And then they put a blurb with it which supports the title, and they put it out there. And then they put an article with it. People don't read the articles. They see the blurb and they see the title, and then they go on that as if that's all there is to know. Well, the left knows this, and I've got to say that the right ain't any better about it. And how do I know? Because I'll take the time to write up an article and put it on my page, and people just start commenting on it. And how do I know they didn't read it? Because a lot of times they're saying shit I already said in the article. A good example of that is about the left is saying that the Department of Homeland Security and ICE is doing Gestapo-style house flipping. They're going into apartment complexes and just beating down doors and flipping tables and scaring people and arresting grandma, and they're putting kids in handcuffs and zip ties and stuff like that. Yeah, except for that shit ain't happening. They're using a case in Chicago where the DHS and ICE targeted an apartment complex which was known for its high crime, and they knew that it was infested by illegal alien gangs. So what they did is they made a coordinated military-style assault on this complex, but they only targeted and only went into unoccupied, in other words, unrented, unoccupied, and squatter apartments. In other words, the places that they broke into, that they went in and they raided, were places they had known because they did intelligence beforehand that these weren't standard renters. It was either supposed to be a vacant apartment or it was an apartment that was being squatted. The sound flickering occasionally, but okay right now. Yeah, it shouldn't be flickering at all. Didn't flicker the other day. So they went and they did this raid, and they got themselves a shit ton of illegal alien gang members, and they arrested them, and they marched them out and they put them in a... Well, what they're also doing, what the left is doing, is they're showing pictures of an officer handcuffing a child that has to be 2-3 years old. And they're like, yeah, see what they're doing. It's like, yeah, except for the fact is that wasn't DHS or ICE. That wasn't even at that location. That was a black police officer who makes videos of him playing around with his kid. And the video that they're taking a screenshot from was one time when the child had done something wrong and it was supposed to be in house arrest. And the child ran out into their parking lot because he lives in an apartment complex. And he went and he chased his kid down with a flashlight, at night, and put cuffs on the child. And it was part of a running gag that they had. But the left took screenshots of that and used it as proof that ICE and the DHS are handcuffing children. It's like, yeah, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Okay, so I post all of that. And then comments underneath it are going, oh, that's from a video of a guy that's like, yeah, no shit, I already said that. Oh, that's a video of a guy that says, yeah, I already said that. Which means people aren't reading my fucking content. They're looking at the pictures. They're seeing the sentence that I lead with, the first few sentences, and then posting about it. Well, don't do that. Read the article. I'm not writing it for my health. I'm giving you good information. But it happens time and time again. Some of my bigger contents that went out there, boom, 50, 60, 100 people posting the same damn meme and the same damn comment. You didn't see all the rest of the people post that same damn shit? Thank you for posting, but you're not looking at what people are posting. Under the commentary about the DHS that I was just talking about, nice. A member goes, oh, gee, it would be nice if I wish somebody would post up the video. So what do? I went on YouTube, did a quick search, took under 10 seconds, found all the guys' videos, picked the one that was applicable to the one that we were talking about, and I posted the link. There you go. Took me 10 seconds on YouTube. People are lazy. People are lazy. They want everything spoon-fed to them. People are lazy, and it gets dang annoying. Dang annoying. And then another gal, she posts underneath that guy and says, oh, I saw the video, it was funny. So I had to post under her. Yeah, I saw the video too, and I posted it up underneath his comment. Doesn't anybody ever read anything? They do a cursory glance, and that's it. I actually take time to interact with people, answer questions, take care of things, and people just don't, they don't care. Lazy, selfish people. Lazy, selfish people. And they want to cast aspersions to the people on the left. You're no freaking better. Stop it. I tried to start two other things. One thing is a guest commentator or guest author. If somebody wants to comment on something, write up an article. This is what you want to do. You want to write an article on fishing or boats or waxing canoes or whatever. Well, you don't wax a canoe. Don't wax stuff. Wax slows it down, but they've got special stuff. But you know what I'm talking about. Write it up. Send it to me in an email. I'll look it over. If I think it's going to be of interest to the other folks that follow my content, I'll put it up as a guest author or guest commentator. I'll do that. Now, I did this because we got a bunch of people now that like to springboard off of what I post and then go on long diatribes. They're writing sometimes their comments underneath my comments, my commentary, sometimes are 3 to 6 times as long as what I published. Well, if you got that much to freaking say and you want people to see it, well, why don't you write yourself an article, send it to me, and if it's good enough, I'll send it out there. Hey, Allie. I presume Allie and Jim are both there. I'm in a semi-mood tonight. You missed my lead-in rant about people being lazy and stupid. It's like I put the time to put the stuff in there. Read what I have to say. Don't just look at what the picture is and what the first couple sentences and then just start typing away. It's insulting. Otherwise, why the hell? But that's why a lot of these pages, that's all they do is they'll put up a picture, they'll put up 3 sentences and go, what do you think? They don't give a shit what you want, what you think. They just want you to post something so they get paid for it. Now, while I need that and I need interaction, that's not why I'm posting up on my page. I'm posting up on my page so that people get the information that I think that they should have. And they hear what I have to think about it. If you don't give a shit what I have to think about it, why the hell are you following my page? Allie says, just got home. Jim had to work over today. Well, welcome home. Pull up a chair, sit a spell. We've busted the 3,000 mark on Facebook. Been slow going. We busted the 3,000. Not 3,000, 13,000. Yeah, way over 3,000, 13,000. Because of lazy people, Jim said. Oh, yeah, well, goes hand in hand with my rant tonight. Lazy people. Lazy people. So, I almost didn't do the show, but I did it anyways. Last night, we got rain coming in. And like some of the folks know, I got arthritis in my left hip. And when the rain comes in quick, she lets me know. So, I didn't have a good evening to start out with when I went to bed. And the rain was coming in, and it was fine. But it was, I was achy. And my knees were achy. And my hip was just screaming at me. That's achy. She was screaming. But I got to sleep. And I woke up. I woke up about 1 o'clock. And it felt like somebody had just beat the living crap out of my face. Left-hand side. Eye socket. Above the eye, right about here, underneath the eye, teeth and gum area over here, and then into my temple. Now, guess, you folks that have been around a day or two, tell me what my problem was. Tell me what my problem was. This is crowd participation time. Tell me what my problem was. Wake up in the middle of the night, so it feels like somebody beat the shit out of you but one side of your face. Eye socket, the ridge here, teeth and gum area, and up into your temple. What the hell? Hell, come on now. what does it say? Trigeminal near. What the? You know I can't pronounce that shit. Can you say it in layman's terms? Trigeminal neuralgia. Maybe. It's there's a 2-word reason for explain what happened to me. That's a hell of a lot easier to say than that. Inflamed face nerve. No, it wasn't anything that exotic. Allie goes, weather and barometric pressure. No, that'll just cause just a migraine. Just a migraine. And I get them pretty bad. It just feels like somebody beat the shit out of that side of my face. It was tender to the touch. Even some in the scalp area, just tender to the touch. I tell you, you're going to go, oh, yeah, no shit. But it feels like somebody just punched me right there. There you go. Jacqueline says sinus infection. There you go. Sinus infection. Very good. Yeah, it's nothing exotic. Peggy says, hey there. That's the way I feel when my sinuses are blocked. Peggy goes, there you go. Right, it's a sinus infection. It's blocked sinuses with inflammation. So it was not a good night for me. I didn't get much sleep. Oh, it hurt. But yeah, it wasn't anything. I wish it was something exotic. No, it was just sinus issues. So I had my joints and my sinuses just throwing. So I got up and I was just dead tired. And we didn't have any Dayquil or anything like that or any of the stuff. But we did have some NyQuil stuff for sinuses. Allie says, oh, that sucks. Boy, we're glad you're doing your show. Thank you. You're welcome. So what I did is I took some medicine. And I told the missus, I'm like, yeah, I don't want this to put me out. I got stuff I got to do, because I had to put stuff out for my content. That's what I do. That's what I do. She was like, no, I had it and it didn't do anything to me. Yeah, right. About a half an hour after I took it, I was gone. I was gone for 2 hours. I guess I needed it. Started to feel a little bit better, but still haven't gotten right on track. But so that's how my day was, and then dealing with people online that just aren't reading. They're not reading. I give you all the information you need. I've even truncated. I have made things shorter for the most part so that it's easier for people to digest. They got short attention spans. I still put out my longer articles, but most of my stuff is what I call a short to a medium bit of commentary. And people still ain't reading it. Before they just start posting up. It's like, Jesus. Yeah, I just said that. I said that. Did you not read it? Stop it. So yeah, it gets a little frustrating. Little bit. Then, some days I have more grace than others. When I'm not feeling good, less grace. Peggy says the P word is the only thing that helps her. Pseudoephedrine. Pseudoephedrine. I don't know. I don't like take medicine, but it's stuff for sinuses and stuff like that. And then the missus got some more stuff in for me, so I'll take that again before I go to bed. And then I got some daytime stuff I'll take first thing in the morning. Couldn't do any work outside. It's been raining. Like I said, I part of way through my story. Got my lumber for the Frankenzebo project. Those who are new to the show, the Frankenzebo is I have a gazebo. Okay, I have a gazebo. And it started out as, those they're lightweight, but they're nice. Peggy said it's over the counter, but has to be signed for. Yeah, she had to have signed for this stuff too, but whatever. It's their metal gazebos. You know, they're decorative, and then they got the covers on the top. And so that was fine. That lasted, as is, half of a fall. We get wind, something fierce. So then I had to brace it up a little bit. And then that winter, the snow caved in the roof. So I was like, okay. So then come spring, I had to redo the roof. Long story short, over the years, the only thing left now is some corner brackets, and they're going to be gone come a week or so. But there was nothing left of the original gazebo. I mean, absolutely nothing, because it's all been. I'd replace this post with 4x4s and then 2x4 bracing and stuff like that, and then I made the roof, and then I put tarp over the roof, and it's just there's nothing to the original gazebo. Hence the Franken-zebo. So what I'm going to do now is, because I can't afford all to lumber it up the right way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add studs, but wider than structural studs are supposed to be apart. So I'm going to do like 10-foot sections and only have 4 studs in it in the 10-foot section. And then I am going to run new tarp up one side, over the roof, down the other side. And I am going to add these wooden slats, but over the tarp, but where the 2x4s are, to hold it in place. Sandwich it in. Because we do that with our chicken coop in their run, and it works great. So it's going to be tarps on all sides, one going up one side, across the top, down the other, one across the back, and then I'm going to do something on the front. So there's going to be airflow, but it's not going to be completely air sealed. But whatever. It's going to be neat. But I got the lumber for that. So I'll be taking care of that. How was the audio? Jacqueline, I believe, said that I was crackling earlier, but it cleared up. We shouldn't be crackling at all. Allie says, do you have severe weather over there a lot? Is that where the gazebo's pretty much gone? Yes, it's because fall and winter, winds are horrible. Horrible winds. And it's not so much, they're strong winds, but it gets gusty, and gusts tear shit up. A steady wind doesn't tear things up. Gusts tear it up. So I got new tarps, and I don't have the slats yet, but I've got all the 2x4s, so I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to get out my pneumatic stud nail gun, get it all done. See, I can do that by myself. I've been wanting one for years. I got an air presser, but I just never got myself the nail gun. And I told the missus, I said, I should probably get around to getting one of those, because otherwise I was going to have to pre-drill all the holes for where everything goes, then drive the screws in, and by myself. I can't do that with a nail gun. It's just with a nail gun, I just got to put it in place, pop it in, go down there, pop it in, and then I can do however many I need after that. When I need X bracing, okay, put it up, put it in, and just move it where I want it, pop it there, and then add the extras in. So, yeah. It was the ideal thing to do. So it's like, yeah, I think I should get one. She's like, yeah, she's been wanting me to get one for years. So there we go. Now I got a new one. So I'll be doing that here coming up this week or so, and I got to get my my solo canoe out and wash that and re-303 it, the marine protectant. Hopefully get out there before winter sets in. I ain't been out there all winter or all summer, but you know why. It's working all summer, and then I broke a rib. So it's like, yeah, not going to get out on the water any place with the kids and go, yeah, I can't do this. I'm pretty well healed now, so I think I should be good. So get that done. What else I got? I got to change the belt on my snow blower. Goodness gracious. Do some more work on the chicken run before winter. One thing after another. Yep. This Saturday, weather permitting, I will be at Lake Massabesic. It's just outside of Manchester. We went up to Alton Bay, which is the southern tip of Winnipesaukee, last weekend. It was a beautiful day. Yeah, we weren't feeling the vibes. It's the first time we've been up there this year. People weren't friendly. It just snooty. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to drive well over an hour to be someplace where I can't have a good time. So we're going to go back down to Lake Massabesic, and hopefully they'll be out there with the sailboats again. Really pretty. And I'll set up there, and I'll play my guitar, and folks there enjoy it, and that'll be that. So anybody in the area in New Hampshire, this Saturday, the Cowboy's going to be at Lake Massabesic. I don't need to tell you where. There's only one place I could be. Well, I could be a couple other. Mostly, the other places are just boat ramps and people fish there, but there's only one beachy area, though you can't swim at Massabesic. But you know where it is. It's just off of the traffic circle. So I'll be there. I'll be there all morning, maybe into the mid-afternoon. We'll see how it goes. Last time I was there, it was 5 hours of constant playing for folks. Yes, indeedy. I don't do requests, though. I just play. I just whatever. I go on my cell phone, and it's Bluetooth into my amp, and I do backing tracks, and I go, okay, here's some jazz or some funk or some blues or some Spanish songs, and then I just play. Let's see here. I'm going to try to... Oh, it shouldn't be here. It should be on the other one. My music on the other account. Let's see if I can pull up something for y'all. New folks. Oh, this ain't it. No, this is it. Here. View my channel. There we go. Let's go back over here. See the guy. Advertisement. That's not good. That was a little jazz. Here's about some smooth funk. Let's see, we get some Spanish flavor here. A little clip here. Let's get something else here. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the show. What's we got here? Here's another little piece. But that's a little bit of that. She says, maybe it's just me, but sound is very copy since music started. Copy or choppy. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Judy. Who else was new? But, yeah, that's just... Oh, choppy? Yeah, I don't know. Shouldn't be. I got my compressor going. But, think of that flavor of music I get more complex than that, but for 5 hours or so. So folks want to come and relax and watch the boats, watch the water, have the breeze come across, enjoy the fresh air. I will be again at Lake Massabesic, just outside of Manchester, New Hampshire, this Saturday morning. Weather permitting. If I'm not going to be there, I'll post up online and say that I won't be there, but I should be there. We like going. Was the how many hours is that from Moscow, Idaho? It's a couple. It's a good stretch. It's a good stretch. How is the audio for folks? Is it cleared up, or is it crappy? I will be recording some more songs and posting them up for folks, though. I just ain't got around to it yet. Allie says a little choppy. Yeah, it shouldn't. Dang it. Judy says it sounds great here. Great now, just during the music. Yeah, it might have been a YouTube thing. I don't know. There shouldn't have been any issues there. And Orion said it was good. So it might have been just a YouTube issue. Let's hope. Let's hope. Yeah, music soothes the savage beast. I usually start my day with a little playing. I play a couple times throughout the day. Close my day playing when I'm not doing the show. Allie says maybe it's my cheap internet service. Yeah, who knows? Could be YouTube. I'll ask the missus tomorrow when she watches the show. She watches it the next morning. Normally. Every once in a while she'll watch it while I'm live. Most of the time don't. Goodness gracious. Okay, so 45 minutes in, what are we going to yakking about tonight? And my guitar, it's a Taylor 314 CE LTD. It's got a torrefied Sitka spruce top. Torrefied means it's specially dried, makes it age. It's pre-aged. They dry it special. It's a nice feature. Yeah, most guitars don't have that. You've got to work for that sound. So I got a torrefied Sitka spruce top with a burst finish. Got a ebony fretboard with Venetian inlays. I have the sides and back are a highly quilted sapele. It is fancy. It's fancy. And it's satin finished. It's not high gloss. It's satin finished. Now the back of the neck, you'll swear it's a high gloss. It's not. It's just oils from my hands. And yeah, I like this one. Judy says I got a new TV and it's sitting on the floor. My dog sees himself in it and he's really ready to pounce on the dog he sees. It's him, of course it is. Silly him. Let's see if I can get you. I did a video. It's not me playing the video, but I did a video of my guitar back some time ago. Let's see here. I also play the dulcimer. I have a hot rod of a dulcimer. I got the Cadillac of dulcimers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Custom made. I helped design it. Folks who follow my content knew that process. She's expensive as all get out. Okay, now where is the... where is my... That's not it. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Now where the heck are you? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I can't find it. Let's try this. I'm going to I'll do that. See whether or not this comes up this way. We'll see. There we go. 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 Let's come back here. Let's see if. Let's see if. Here we go. Oh, it's not on there. Let's do the sources, huh? There we go. Y'all should be able to see it now. That is my guitar. Well, one of them. It's my go-to. This is my baby. She's beautiful. The quilted sapelli back and sides is just simply stunning. I could get a more expensive guitar, but I never feel lacking in this one. Never feel lacking. 'Cause she ain't cheap. She ain't cheap. But before I got this one, I always felt like I was lacking. It's like, I mean, I can play and it's fine, but and that's that. Okay, Allie goes nice. Yes, thank you. Yes. She's a beauty. And she sings. Oh, she sings. Fits good. I always thought I'd need a Martin. I'm like, okay, I need a D28 or something like that. Martin, because I'm a cowboy. I'm a big guy. Oh, I need a big dreadnought. Well, I've got dreadnoughts. And it's like, yeah, well. Throws my shoulder going over the top. And it's like, no. So these are a little bit... It's not a dreadnought. It's about the same size. It's the same size as a dreadnought, but it's shaped different. The bouts are shaped different, and it's not quite as deep. And it just kind of melts into my body. It's like, oh, she plays nice. The neck is nice. Put my hands around a Martin's neck, and it's like a 2x4 baseball bat. It's just big, and the Taylor is just so nice to play, and got rolled edges, and the fretwork is wonderful. And it's like, So that's my go-to. That's my go-to, is my Taylor. Yeah. Oh, that's me playing. Let's see here. Yes, that's me playing. Let's see if I can change this. It's the internet. That's not right. Okay, let's see here. Properties. There we go. Let's go to... Should be this one. Okay. Yeah, see, there we go. Then we should go... That's as long as that clip goes, because that's just a short clip. Allie says it sounds beautiful. Thank you. So that's pretty much how what people listen to and when they see me out playing, because I have a portable amp. I have a Roland Street LX is their big one. So I play my backing tracks and I play plugged in, and so what you hear in the videos is what you hear out at the lake. I have fun. Have a good time. And it's what the missus gets in the morning and in the afternoon, in the evening. It's just what I do. But, people ask me, hey, you played in a band? No. No. I'm either on or off. I'll start to play a couple songs, and if I'm not getting it, it's time. I just put the guitar down, and that's fine. But when I'm on, I'm on. I'm on more times than I'm not. But if you do it professionally, you got to be on all the time. I know my limitations, so I just do it. I just do it for my own enjoyment and those around me. Oh, stop it! No, stop it. We didn't need that. But yeah, it helps. It helps center me. So, okay, where is everybody? Where is Laurel? Did she send me a message? Did she say that she wasn't going to be here? I don't think I got a message in. I don't know where Gus is. Donna hasn't been back. Donna, no, get nothing in from Laurel. Donna has not been back since the show started. Who else? Judy says, I was wondering about those two. Laurel and Gus. Yeah, Gus is hit or miss. But Gus, a lot of times, he may be watching the show. He likes to sit in the bushes. Doesn't say much until he's called out. But Laurel's usually here. See, there he is. There's Gus. Just sitting there. So, see, Gus is there. Jeff left us a long time ago. Hope he's doing fine. Sure he is. Haven't been up to Gus's camp. I was hoping I might be able to get up there. Hey Gus, when you closing up your camp this year? That's the end of that coffee. Bringing over my new coffee. Coffee mug over here is caramel macchiato from New England brand. It's tonight's coffee. When you closing up camp? Did you already do that? Oh, it's all done. Came home yesterday. Dang it. Well, it'll have to be next year. Well. This year was pretty screwed. Yeah, the Democrats are thinking their dream ticket would be AOC and Jasmine Crockett. I posted up today. I'd donate to that. I would donate to their campaign fund to get them to run for the president and VP next time around. I'd do that. I'd give them $20. I definitely would. Judy says that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, it's delusional beyond words. See, AOC, I've written about AOC. I like her right where she's at because there has been zero legislation. Last time I checked, zero legislation since she's been in office that has her name attached to it. Zero. She's a social media star. She doesn't get shit done in committee. She doesn't write or sponsor anything that gets passed or even presented out of committee. Zero. She's a social media gal. And if you're going to have a Democrat in D.C., she's the one you want because she can't accomplish anything. Now, if she ran for president, she does pretty good on social media, but her problem is the same way with Crockett. They preach to their own choirs. They don't do well outside their immediate circle. They don't have broad appeal. No pun intended. See what I did there? Broad appeal. Allie says she needs to go back to bartending. No, keep her right where she's at. No, keep her. I want her right where she's at. I want her right where she's at. Like I said, she's in a district that doesn't matter who the Democrats run, they're going to elect her. So if they're going to elect somebody in her district, I want it to be her. Because, like I said, she's got nothing. She has no legislative accomplishments. None. Zero. And that's who you want. Heaven forbid they put somebody in there that can actually do something. Hell, then it's an issue. Right now, she's just a vote. You're not going to change the vote because you're not going to put a Republican in there. Her district is whoever they run is who they vote for on the Democrat ticket. So keep AOC there. I told you, the new folks don't know this. I was kind of worried this last time around. The Democrats could have taken the ticket. Don't know who's more of a moron, Crockett. They're different flavors. Trump could have lost the last election. Could have. There was somebody that the Democrats had, and they squandered them. They lost this individual. And I always said, if they're going to run somebody that could beat Trump, run this person. I was worried about it. Do y'all remember who that was? Peggy says, I agree. Would love to see the cat fight in 28 between her and Crockett. No, it'd be a joint ticket. Crockett, there's no way Crockett could take the top spot though. Now, do y'all know who the candidate that I was worried about was? Do you remember that? Who was the Cowboy worried about? That could have beaten Trump. You're like, nobody could beat Trump. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gus says, I forget. Yeah. Anybody else remember who it was? I'll give you a hint. This person's now in Trump's cabinet. Want another hint? She would have been the first female president of the United States. I honestly believe it. Yeah, wrong dangly bits there, Allie. There you go. Judy says Tulsi. Peggy said Tulsi. Tulsi Gabbard. That's right. Tulsi Gabbard could have mopped the floor with Trump. She had the whole package. Tulsi Gabbard fit the bill that they tried to make. God, what the hell's her name? Who was the? I can't remember. Who was the Alaskan chick? The Republicans were running. Help me out here. brunette glasses. No. Sarah Palin. There we go. Thank you, Peggy. Sarah Palin. But Sarah Palin's a ditz. Tulsi Gabbard's sharp. And I said, you know, if the Democrats run this. Oh, Allie said I said Kennedy before you said it was a female. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but see, they ran her out. They ran her out of the party. Tulsi is not a conservative. Tulsi is an old school Democrat. Tulsi holds a lot of liberal views that go against the grain for us Republicans and or conservatives. I left the Republican Party back a while ago. And she's smart. And she's attractive. And she's articulate. She's a threat. She could have because she could have played against Trump's brashness and his foibles. Lord Almighty. Now, that being said, if he had picked her up as VP, Trump already ran and he won with JD. Tulsi would have been the ringer. But yeah, she was the only one that I was worried about. Now, this is who I think would make a more logical ticket for the Democrats. Now, I'm not saying it's a good ticket. It's not a good ticket. But this is a more, if you look at things, I can see them doing this. I don't really think that the AOC Crockett ticket is realistic. But try this on for size. Gavin Newsom and AOC. In that order. Gavin as the president, AOC as the VP. That ticket makes more sense. Still shitty, but it makes a hell of a lot more sense. Number one, AOC is not ready for the presidency. Not saying Gavin is, but he's got more experience. He's got more age, a little more gravitas. He's a slimy motherfucker, but yeah. So my prediction is some ticket, something like that. Like a Newsom AOC ticket. I think Crockett's, I think she's too poisonous for the ticket. She said too many stupid things out there. AOC said a lot of stuff. No, Crockett said way worse stuff than AOC. Unless they pull a dark horse out. I have no idea. Peggy said, and he has Pelosi behind him. Yeah. I think he's got just enough wind at his back to be able to pull something like that off. He's trying to set himself up. Here's Gavin's problem. Stop trying to be like Trump. Stop trying to be like a younger, more suave Trump. It's not working. It's clearly people aren't buying it. And he needs to stop outright lying. That's going to hurt him. That plays well for California. It's not going to play well nationally. But he could get polished up. And I don't mean as in, I mean, if you go back, he's a polished politician. He's just gone too slimy and smarmy that it's like, no, he needs to dial that back, stick to some issues, and stop trying to cause shit. Gus says, can you imagine the sound bites they could use of hers? Are you talking about Crockett? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. She is something else. She is something else. AOC and Tampon Tim, says Allie. No, Tim's political careers are over. It's over. I think even if he runs, I don't know his aspirations. I haven't been following him lately. I think if he runs for governor again, I don't think he's going to. I think they're going to primary him out. I think that they're going to replace him. He has no political capital left. He's a freaking laughing stock. He can't even sell to his base. So Allie says that's good. Yeah, I don't see it. He's done some interviews and he's tried to salvage face, but he can't. He can't. So yeah, I don't see him as being an issue. There's a couple people in the Democrat Party that's. Oh, there was another guy that I was kind of worried about. Would have been a great ticket. Who was it? Was it West? Was it West? The hell was his name? Democrat. It would have made it. Oh, the ticket would have been. Was it 2016? I always forget his name. Webb. Webb, not West. Webb. Why do I keep wanting to call him West? Webb. Jim Webb. He was a contender, and he's somebody's like, okay, if we're going to have a Democrat in office, yeah, I can see that. There's a hell of a lot worse, but a Webb Gabbard ticket would have been, and either flip, doesn't matter which one, killer ticket for the Democrats. Killer ticket. I don't think he's going to run. I don't think anybody from Bernie's. I don't think Bernie's going to. If Bernie runs, it's going to be symbolic only. He doesn't have a chance. And I see Bernie throwing his hat behind somebody, and then the Bernie bros are going to follow whoever he anoints. Yeah. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody else that's going to. I mean, they had talked about Buttigieg, Pete Booty Boy. He does not have national appeal. He couldn't win, and he's too damaged at this point. So I know they were considering. They were tossing that name around. Yeah. Not happening. Look for a Newsom AOC combination. I could never run for office like that. I just couldn't do it. The backstabbing in the primaries. You don't pull this crap with me and then cozy on up. That's what they did with Biden and them. It's like, yeah, Kamala Harris was calling Biden a racist and all this other shit, and then they got Schmarmy and Schmoozy back together. It's like, no, fuck that. You pull that shit on me, I don't care who you are. That's why I said I couldn't run against Donald Trump. It's not that I wouldn't win, as I'd probably knock his teeth out. It's like, I don't play those games. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. And you want to disparage me, you want to attack me and my family, you want to do this and that. Yeah. It goes, that would be entertaining. Yeah. Wonder who Vance will pick for VP. Yeah. Yeah, minus any issues. Vance looks like he's set for there. This is... You know who I think would make a really good team? And Vance ain't the top of the ticket. And I'll stand by my first pick, who I thought they should have ran. So, okay, let's go with Vance as VP. Who's the Cowboys' pick? for president? Who's the Cowboys' pick for president? Those of you who know me for a while, you should get this off the top of your head. Vance staying as VP. They wouldn't do that, but I think that's where he should stay. Stay as VP. It'd work even better because then the next time around he could slide in for president. So if it's not Vance and Vance is on the ticket, who do you think that I think would be a good top of the ticket? And this time around, there shouldn't be any issues. They're like, oh, there was issues? Yeah, there could have been an issue. Because of his current job. Oh. So who is it? Don Jr.? Hell no. No. Don Jr. is best suited in the realms that he plays right now, which is not in political office. No. It ain't a Trump. You got to get rid of the Trumps. There you go. Judy got it. DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. Because this is what I've said about Ron. He's a pragmatist. He's a lot like Trump in that regard. He's also very forward in his views, much like Trump. He's like Trump without Trump's worst faults. It's like if you could get rid of this, and this with Trump, his detraction faults, you'd have DeSantis. So run DeSantis. I think that would be an awesome ticket. DeSantis, Vance. I don't see if Vance was smart, he'd ask DeSantis to be his VP. If DeSantis is smart, he'd say no. Allie says, heck yeah. Yeah. I gotta run the other poll. It's like, okay, the Cowboy ain't running for office. No. But if I were to be given a cabinet position, what position would I serve in? Judy says, I do like him, but I do love Vance. There's something about him. Vance is very smart. He's very forward. I think he's a bit green. I think he's unpolished. He's also a Democrat. I told us, Trump is a Democrat. J.D. Vance is a Democrat. We don't have a Republican in the White House and VP. They're both Democrats. You go, how dare you? No, they're Democrats. You remove the party affiliation and go by what they do, and they are classic JFK era Democrats. Now, that's not taken away from them doing a good job and them doing things, of course. Of course. I voted for him. But I'm under no disbelief about their true, what they really are. Because the Republican brand has ceased to mean anything of value. And I've warned about that too. Vance and Tulsi would be a good ticket. Yeah, that'd be okay. But again, then you would literally be, now she's so-called independent. She's not. She's a Democrat. And Vance is a Democrat. You'd still have two Democrats. I don't see that team being a terrible team. I think Tulsi's suited well for where she's at. So, I don't know. It'd be an interesting ticket. I agree, Judy. Reading Hillbilly Elegy put me in his corner. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's just a Democrat. It's just, and every once in a while he slips up and he shows it. And it's like, yeah. No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But those who followed my you followed me for years. I laid this all out as soon as he was picked. I said, okay, yes, here's his good points, here's his bad points. I think that he's a good fit with Trump. I wish Trump would have went a little different direction, but yeah, it's something that I can't not get behind. But it is what it is. And if a true conservative had come along, but they haven't, so we have to deal with what we deal with, and what we dealt with is we've got two moderate Democrats running as Republicans over batshit crazy, insane, lefty loony Democrats. So it's like, what are you going to do? Well, you gotta pull the lever for Trump and JD. And the nation did. Like I said, the Democrats could have screwed that up for him, though, because if they had run Tulsi and somebody decent, oh my God, Tulsi and Webb together, oh Jesus. That'd been a hard ticket to beat because they're not insane. And there's a lot of overlap in the policies between the Democrats and Republicans. There's a lot of overlap with that ticket because of the shifting political landscape out there. But that's the way it used to be. It wasn't every issue that you think is I've got to disagree with. No, that was bullshit. They agreed on most things. It's just by degrees on certain issues that there was some differences between the two candidates in the political parties. Now they're just trying to, one is sane and the other is freaking insane. So, gotta remember, don't be taking Tylenol when you're pregnant. And then they just gobble Tylenol. That's what we're dealing with. that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with insanity. It's just got to be, anybody on the quote unquote right or the sane side, which again, people aren't as right as what people. There's a lot of moderates and there's a lot of left of centers that are now considered on the right because they're not insane. And all they got to do is just say, water's wet. And no, it's not. It's not wet. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's crazy. Crime is bad. No, crime is good. You're a criminal. What the hell? If Senator Kennedy wasn't so old, he would be good. He's hilarious and correct. Yeah. Well, I like him. I love him where he's at. See, you gotta think chess pieces and where they're going to do the best good. I think boy, he'd make an awesome Secretary of State. But I love him. I love him in the trenches. Because that's where a lot of the fighting's done. And you really need somebody like him. Yeah, I like him. I'd like to get him on the show. Oh yeah. But yeah, he's too old, and I like him where he's at. I like him where he's at. Ellie said that would be awesome. I presume that's Secretary of State, because there's a lag. She's behind us. She's behind us. Now, the last go around after Trump won the election, I had asked where do you think the Cowboy fit in? A bunch of people said that they think that I should be the press secretary. Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you, I can't necessarily disagree with that. I can't disagree with that. I think I'd rather have okay. I would rather either run an agency or have Tulsi's job. Would be a good thing. But if I was going to run an agency, I'd say the ATF would be a good thing, but the whole thing of that agency just rubs me wrong anyways. FBI, old school would be good, but I'd have to totally clean house. NSA would be good. Dirty job. But there's one that I'd said the last time. I said there's one agency that has, and it doesn't come up people don't think about it very often. There's one agency that I would just love to be in charge of. Does anybody remember what that was? Who here remembers the agency that I said that I would jump in a freaking heartbeat? Now, I listed off a bunch of them, and I thought I'd do okay. But there's one that's like, oh yeah. Anybody remember? It starts with U.S. Gus says, I do. Gus, it starts with U.S., doesn't it? Starts with U.S. Anybody else beside Gus remember what it was? Gus says, yep, it does. It's not as glamorous as some of the other agencies that you're right. You're right, Gus. It's not as glamorous. It doesn't come to mind for most people. It doesn't get the spotlight. But I'd love to do that. There you go. Jacqueline Seville says Marshall. That's right. The U.S. Marshals. I would love to head up the U.S. Marshals. The types of jobs they do, they do it all. They do protection, they do interdiction, they do standard law enforcement. They do the whole gambit. They work with a lot of different agencies. I'd love to head up the Marshals. Yep. But it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I still think me being the press secretary would be funny as hell. Oh, my goodness. That'd be funny. Miss Tony. I'd say Tony in our lifetime might have been one of the best press secretaries out there. Tony Snow. Jacqueline, then you could wear your cowboy hat. I could. Dang right. Dang right. Okay, what else we got going on here? I know tonight's show wasn't as good as the last show, but I'm a bit under the weather. I'm under the weather. Yes, indeedy. So throw up another topic. What else is on your mind? And how's the audio? Has it been good? I'd played some other music. Did that screw it up? Or was it fine? And then how was my voice? Like I said, I tried it yesterday and I did several tests and they were all fantastic. Not a single glitch or jitter or nothing. Judy says audio was great. Good. Oh, Allie says Bad Bunny. What a joke. Yeah. The halftime show has been totally divorced from the Super Bowl. Doesn't mean anything. It used to mean something, doesn't mean anything anymore. And I guess Jay-Z's in charge of that shit, and that's why Bad Bunny's doing it like a... The Bad Bunny's a complete dipshit. Nobody outside of his little circle even knew two things about Bad Bunny. He is a Puerto Rican that can't even speak Spanish very well. That's how bad he is. Seen comments out there from Spanish-speaking people and saying he doesn't even speak Spanish very well. He doesn't speak English worth a shit. Doesn't speak Spanish worth a shit. Listen to some of his music. Oh, my God. He's horrible. He is just one of those Twinkie trans, try to shock people, saying stupid shit people. That's all he is. But I'm bound to, you know what? I'm to the point right now where they could have Al-Qaeda in a halftime show cutting off infidels' heads. NFL fans would go, well, whatever, I don't care. I like football. There's nothing. People, they like football so much that they can do anything and it's not going to matter. Jacqueline says, right, last year's was horrible too. It's been horrible for a long time. It's long since been something that you can actually look forward to and go, no, now it's a definitely, I'm going to go piss or I'm going to get a beer or whatever. Peggy says, I'm not learning Spanish. No, he was just joking around, but yeah, no. Judy says, I've never heard of him until now. Morgan Wallen is bigger than Elvis. What are they even thinking? Morgan Wallen? The fuck is Morgan Wallen? He's an American singer. What does he sing? Cowgirls Last Night. Whiskey Glass. Oh, I know Whiskey Glasses. Now, keep in mind, I don't pay attention to new singers. I'm an old school country. You got to tell me songs, not it's. That's why I said, okay, what does he sing? Thinking about me, thought you should know. Ain't that something? Whiskey Glass. See, I know Whiskey Glasses. That's a good song. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I think they should have had King George. He's amazing. Yeah. He's okay. They should have had King George or somebody like that. If they want to change things and bring people really, you gotta go old school. You gotta go somebody that has real recognition. Gus says Morgan who? Morgan Wallen. He sings Whiskey Glasses. He's a young guy. He's 32 years old. I'm sure you've heard some of his songs. Whiskey Glasses. I know Whiskey Glasses. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we did something bad, huh? I guess he got into a tiff with Blake and Luke. He has like 24 number one songs in the chart right now. Yeah. If you listen to the modern country charts, most of the shit that they put on there is shit. I don't listen to his look. I'm a 60s to mid 80s country guy with exceptions in the 90s but if older stars established, not the new folks. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so he is amazing, old school sound. Yeah, some of his stuff's good. You don't have to sell it to me. I already look, you know me. You know me. I ain't gonna fucking bow down and kiss his ass. I don't do that to anybody. I already conceded that I knew at least one or two of his songs and I thought they were okay. Take it as a win. Take it as a win. You don't need to try to sell me. You like his stuff, go ahead and buy his stuff. I don't listen very often to modern country stations because most of it ain't country. So if he goes to if they play some of his stuff on a classic station, okay, then I probably heard it. Like I said, I know Whiskey Glasses. Good song. Good song. It doesn't take shit to chart now. Most of the stuff's crap. So not selling anything, just tell you how I feel. That's good. Do you remember how I feel right now? It's one of those nights. Yeah, it's one of those nights. Should have went old school. George Strait. Classic. Classy country. Yeah, Morgan probably would have done okay. I think he's a bit young. He's a bit young. But, yeah. How about bringing the Dixie Chicks back? No. Oh, how about Anthony Oliver? Anthony Oliver, that's what we need. Anthony Oliver as the Super Bowl halftime show artist. No. He sounds like a mule. Says, yeah, somebody has to carry the torch forward. No, I get it. That's fine. That's fine. I just, we need more. And I've bitched about this in the past, too. It used to be you turned on the radio, you could tell exactly who the artist was because they didn't sound like each other. They all had their individual sound. You get 3 words out of their mouth, you knew exactly who the hell was singing the song. Nowadays, shit. It's one of 5 different artists, and it doesn't matter whether it's a male or a female. It's one of 5 different artists. They're singing the same songs. They sound exactly the same. Used to be you could tell. Wailing. George Jones. You even knew Garth Brooks. You knew Toby Keith. You knew Randy Travis. Yeah, I mean, I could list it. Reba McEntire. Again, whether you liked their music or not, you could tell who it was within 3 words. You go, I know who this is. Now it's like, is that Kenny Chesney? No, it's one of the other 4 guys that are singing and sound exactly like Kenny Chesney. Or, oh shit, this sounds like Rascal Flatts. It's like, no, it's one of 3 other artists that sound just like Rascal Flatts. Same way with the gals. Who is that? There's no unique. You know who I miss, and I don't hear much from him anymore. Tall feller, dark hair, very clean cut, baritone. Drew says Paycheck, Haggard, Rogers, Whalen. Right, you could tell exactly. You could tell exactly who they were. Willie Nelson. It didn't take. You knew exactly who the hell it was because they didn't sound like each other. Johnny Cash. You knew who they were. Nowadays, everybody sounds the same. Yeah, Jacqueline says Cash. No, that's not who I'm talking about. Yeah. No, not Johnny Cash. This is a young feller. He sang Firecracker and Long Black Train. Young feller. The guy with the train song, yes. Josh Turner. He had one of those unique voices that you knew as soon as he started singing, and then you know, okay, he's going to throw some bass in there. Somewhere in the song, he's going to throw some bass in there. Josh Turner. Where the hell did he go? Terry Clark, she disappeared. She was another one. You knew who she was. Juice says, oh, yes, loved his voice. Yeah, great voice. Great voice. Super clean. You know what I mean? He was never scruffy. He was super clean. Hair always nice and trimmed. He'd have a 5 o'clock shout every once in a while, but even that he pulled off. It looked clean. Yeah, Josh Turner. And he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. I can sing his songs too. My voice is, depending upon the song, I am between Randy Travis, Josh Turner, Garth not going high, and I can do dang near everything. The singer from Sawyer Brown, whatever his name is, was the lead singer of Sawyer Brown. Oh, and Trace Atkins. I can do a lot of Trace's stuff. But you could probably figure that out anyways just by listening to me talk. It's all in my... I can do all of Trace's stuff. It's right in my range. Mark Miller. Was that? Yeah, Mark Miller from Sawyer Brown. I'm probably somewhere but closest, probably Trace Adkins and Mark Miller, someplace blended in there. I can do Randy Travis. He's really easy. The trick to Randy Travis isn't so much he can't go lower than me. I just got to hit my nose because he sings out of his nose a lot. But I don't sound like him. I can do his songs. I don't sound like him. But I can't sing and play at the same time. I've told you that too. I can't talk and play at the same time. If I try to talk, there goes. No, I got to play, or I got to sing, or I got to talk. I can't mix them up. But yeah, Josh Turner. I thought he was gonna. There's not a lot of young guys out there that can pull that bass anymore. Peggy says she seems to remember Josh Turner having problems with his vocal cords. That might have been. Let's do a... Josh Turner health issues. Vocal injury in 2024. Josh Turner interview, 97 pounds and type 1 diabetes under control. Wow. Charlie McClain, yeah, she was Mama's favorite back in the 80s, yeah. Jacqueline says, I've seen you play guitar and dulcimer. Is there any videos of you singing? No, there's no videos of me singing. There is not. However, the missus has a CD someplace. I'll see if I can find it. We haven't been able to find it. I made her 2 CDs, 2 full CDs of me singing. That was back in the day. Oh, that's way over 20 years ago. But I can still sing the same songs. Yeah, I'll see if I can find some. Who knows? I might be able to make up make up some audio files. I don't know. No promises. Not gonna do it. But yeah, I don't have any videos of me singing. See if I can get the dulcimer. Let's go. Photos and videos right here. No, I don't need that. Get out of here. Should be in the reels. Let's go right here. Reels. Jacqueline says that she would love it. Most of us would. I'm sure you would. But thank you. What's this one? Yeah, I probably could sing over a recording that I did. And Judy says that's one of the favorite ones that I put out. Yeah, it's my jazzy White Christmas. Let's see if we got a different one here. No, I've already done that one. Which one's that? The White Christmas or the one that's playing right now? Cutie. Comes across your feed. said she would definitely buy. Jackie said, "Oh, I could sell albums easily." Oh, same person. Yeah, I just play. I just play. There's me playing more on my guitar. Okay, I'm breaking up. Yeah, somehow when I'm playing the guitar, it just that music, it breaks up. I'm playing some jazz. Sound clearer now? Yeah, this one's pretty smooth. Again, this is the stuff if you went out to the lake. This is Stevie Ray. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not. I already played that one. Yeah, so good. We'll stop that. Gus says, well, it's been a long day. I'm calling it quits. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. Good night, everyone. Hey, good night, Gus. Get some rest. Thanks for stopping in. Say hey to Sally. Say hey to Sally. Yeah, my Dulcimer, man, that is a hot rod rigs right there. Had that custom made by Terry McCafferty out of, I think it's Texas and New Mexico. He's got places in both. That thing's expensive. It's got everything. Everything. It's got piezo pickups in it. It's got magnetic humbucker in it, and it's got a MIDI port in it. So custom wood choices, custom inlays, custom everything. Everything. I waited over a year for that to come in. Y'all remember that one. But not a lot out there like it. And most dulcimer players, they don't play like I do. Some do, most don't. The whiskey glass inlays, yeah, they're F-holes. The F-holes and the inlays. I'm seeing if I can... go ahead. I know did a video of it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, good night, Peggy. Have a good sleep. See if I can find. Here we go. I'm going to see if I can bring this up. There she is. Got Glencairn glass silhouetted F-holes. There's the piezos. There's the humbucker. There are my custom inlays, specially designed for me. That's Whiskey Vapors. It's got a Ghost maple top, and it has so you got special binding in there, Ghost maple top with walnut edges. You can see it around the F-holes. That's walnut trimmed inside the F-holes. Also has the sides and the back are figured Claro walnut. Got a real ebony fretboard. I also use tapered strings placement, which is unusual for dulcimers. Okay, I should be taking it out. There we go. I designed those F-holes. As soon as Terry saw him, he's like, oh, hell yes. He says, yes, that's definitely the way to go. There you go. There's the figured back. Claro walnut. I see electronics. Get in the back and put the battery in there. Violin top. In other words, it extends the top and the bottom, extend past the sides, which is special. The Seifert model actually doesn't have that. This was custom done. Violin edge. There's all the controls for the electronics on the side. That sits away from me when I'm holding it in my lap. And it comes with its own custom case, which is like a standard violin type case. MIDI controls. I do not run MIDI because I don't have a MIDI processor, but I said, let's go ahead and add that anyways, just in case if I want to in the future. I can do single coil or split coil on the humbucker, which is the black pickups right there. That's where I jack in. 1/4-inch jack, standard guitar jack. Yeah, what causes that staining on the maple, as I call it, ambrosia maple or ghost maple, is it's caused by worms. and then the worms burrow through the wood, and then it has a what do you call it? I don't know what it is. It gets fungus. There we go. It gets fungus, that big word. It causes fungus, which causes that ghosting. So, yeah, that's my baby. Waited over a year for that. She cost an arm and a leg. And some folks helped me. I paid for most of it. But folks helped me. They chipped in for that. Said, yeah, let's go ahead and have this done. So there she is. There's my dulcimer. Appalachian dulcimer or mountain dulcimer, but she's a Cadillac. She's a Cadillac. Is everybody still out there? Does everybody leave? I just want to get that in while we had already started down that road. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Jacqueline says, uh-huh. So I do an interesting rendition of Sounds of Silence. That's the one I told people I got something coming for you, but I never got around to it on the dulcimer. But I do the Disturbed version, so it follows their rendition, but it's done on the dulcimer. I should get that done. It's interesting. But yeah, folks like my playing. Thank you. I do okay. But again, like I said, this Saturday I'll be down at Massabesic. No dulcimer. I bring my Taylor. I'll be down there and I'll be playing. I know nobody that's talking in the show is going to make it because they're all a bit further, but Allie says, I said, holy moly, the instrument is gorgeous. It is. Thank you. It is. And it has a very unique sound. Most people are like, what the hell is that? Because it doesn't sound like a dulcimer. And I don't play dulcimer music. I play more modern music than what most people play with dulcimers, like church music and stuff. I also went with a full chronographic instead of a diatonic. Dulcimers are diatonics. Diatonic scale is all your white keys minus your black keys if you're talking about a piano. Chromatic is all the white keys and the black keys. That's like most guitars are chromatic. You've never heard of it till now? Dulcimer? Yeah, mountain dulcimer. Or called the Appalachian dulcimer. Does the ocean air, salt, sand bother your guitar? No. But I don't live on the coast. I live in New Hampshire, but I don't live on the coast. We don't have salt air here. And I don't run my guitar in the sand. So no. Yeah, we're good. Hour and a half from the coast. I've never played by the ocean. Never played by the ocean. Played by lakes. What bothers my guitar throughout the day is heat. So when we start out, it's cool in the morning, and then it's like 80 degrees by noon or afternoon. It's hard to keep the guitar in tune. I mean, I can do it. It's fine. But where it's in the house, I tune it once, and I'm usually good. Allie says, I grew up with pianos, organs, guitars, and accordions. There you go. Drew says, good night, y'all. Hope to see you on Sunday. I hope to see you, too. I hope to see everybody on Sunday. You get some rest. Oh, where's your beach? I thought you went to the beach. Lake. Yeah, Lake Massabesic. Yeah, that's just south of Manchester. is where I usually play. Not last weekend. I went up to Alton Bay. That's Winnipesaukee. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass trying to get to the ocean and parking and yeah. So I do just lakes. I play piano a little bit. I'm not very good. Not very good. Guitar, I do okay. Dulcimer, I do okay. I've played the fife, which is like a flute, but not. Recorder, of course. Everybody plays a recorder. There's not much that if I get my hands on it in some time that I couldn't figure it out. I'm pretty good that way. I can't read music, so that doesn't help. But if I know where the notes are, I can find the songs. The missus said that I can have a bagpipe if I want one. She thinks they're pretty cool, but they're expensive too. I can't afford to put it in my budget. But I would think that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Well, it is after 10 o'clock. This coffee's starting to run through me. Last show we went over an hour. We went over an hour past. Wasn't it the last show? Or was it the show before last? I don't know, one of those shows. We went like till 11:20 my time. But yeah, I will see you all on Facebook tomorrow. Folks, join the show. If you like what you've seen, what you've heard, go ahead and feel free to make a donation. They're in the link in the description. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Have them join the show. We do have a Zoom room, so folks can join the Zoom room and talk in real time. Gus usually does. He didn't this time. So I got that set up. Go to my Facebook page, look around. I put out a lot of content. Read the articles. When I put it up there, just don't read the first sentence or so. Read all the way through. Jacqueline says, good night. I'll be a good guest and go home now. No, it's fine. It's fine. Go read the articles. I put out usually anywhere between 10 and 20-something articles and content per day, usually between a dozen to 18, somewhere around there. Ali says, good night, thank you. I'll tune in on Sunday, sending money on Friday. Bless you. Every bit helps. Make sure you visit my Facebook page every day, because you're not getting my content. You might get something most people are not getting, and in fact, most people follow my content. I've got over 13,000 followers. They ain't getting it. I know, because I know who is getting. I see the numbers, and people aren't getting it. So go to the page, read it, comment on it, emoji on it, share it. We need to break the algorithm. That said, thank you very much for the show. Think about things you might want to talk about on Sunday. Again, the show is as much about you guys as it is for me. It's not like a standard podcast where I have a whole lineup and then I just read off everything that I had planned. No, this is a different type of live stream. But I will see you around. And with that, like I said, I'm going to call it a night. God bless and take care.